a stretch there where you're without, two of your centers. How did you kind of navigate through that stretch and getting through it? How important was that to the end result?
Yeah, boys made me work tonight. It's tough. It's tough losing anybody, but when you lose centers, it's an issue. The only thing is, they lost Pinto early on too, so it was kind of 1 for 1, and yeah, it was that was a grind. And we spoke in the room during the game. Let's see what we're made of. If we want to get ourselves back where we want to be, these are the games you have to win, and not only win them, but make sure it wasn't, we weren't sharing points, and the boys did it.
Some of the guys said this morning that these two games, specifically against Ottawa, feel a little bit like a playoff series just with the days and a division opponent. Did it seem like that on the bench? Did it have a similar feeling at all?
It probably would have had more if it wasn't just, kind of trying to survive, have enough guys to throw out there. It was felt like every shift somebody was coming off hurt, and but those are how playoff games are. And again, it's game 52 or whatever it was, but it's rare in this league that you play the same team in the same venue twice in a row, and especially when you're same division and fairly close in the standings. So does this one probably mean a little bit more now than it would have in October? There's no question. But getting through this one without giving them points was big for us.
I know you guys obviously got the win, but I noticed you did some different things in practice yesterday and made some adjustments. Do you feel like that helps tonight?
Anytime you get to practice, which we haven't been able to do for probably a month, it's good for us. And to come home, it was tough to drop that first one on the home stand, and now we've picked up 5 out of 6 points in our last 3, so that's what we need to do. But we have one more, and then it's kind of this Ottawa, Detroit, Montreal. Everybody's kind of circling around each other, and so a pretty important stretch here before the break.
You guys felt pretty good, even though you guys were down after that first period. Is that just another example of just that process over on?
Yeah, it was. You just can't question it. And we had our looks. Goalie kept him out, and it was tough being down 1-0 for a bit. But it was obviously big for us to just get one, and then we kept building off that. But they were, they'd been on a bit of a roll. It was, sometimes you have to catch teams around back-to-backs, and I've said this before, early on in the year, we were always the team that was on the back-to-back, and somebody was waiting for us, and, unfortunately, roles were reversed this time, and so we took advantage of it, and, should be a good one Thursday.
It was 3-on-2, more times than done. It might go wide there. Would you, was it a situation where if you have that shot, like you got to start taking?
Well, it was sneaky, because if you kind of look, he really sold like he was going to pass it, and then he just roped it, and so the goalie's got a lot to look at and process when a rush is coming down on him that fast. So it was pretty deceptive, and obviously a heck of a shot.